Oh, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World and ahoy for all you ahoy fans. Good day. It's Thursday, so you're getting ready for our weekend. Also joining me as usual, please welcome Angela.
Ahoy hoy.
Ahoy hoy.
The proper response to that.
That's correct. We're gonna correct the world.
Yeah, we will.
Mm-hmm.
One ahoy at a time.
Things are gonna get good. Where am I this weekend, you ask?
I don't think I asked, but
Okay. It's unprofessional.
I'm sorry.
Side Splitters in Tampa.
Okay.
Yep. I just want to sell some tickets. So if people want to go to that, trying to pay off some debt.
What kind of debt?
It's not important. What kind of addiction problems do you have?
All of the above.
Yeah, some of them. Anyway, I'm sober. I'm kidding. I'm not practicing my addictions. I should let the audience know because they're going to get worried.
Yeah, they're already worried.
Yeah, I think they've been worried for a while. But no, I'm not active in addiction. It's been 15 years for the drug one. It's not important. Welcome to the show. We've gone too far into this anyway. I feel overly explaining it just makes me look guilty.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, more importantly is my guest. You can see him this weekend, Friday and Saturday at the Dallas Comedy Club. Please welcome Josh Potter.
Hey.
Also, check out that show right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you show it up on screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, thank you for doing that.
Awesome.
I can't wait. I'm going to be in Omaha in August, by the way. If you're out there, Des Moines, go to thejoshpotter.com. Check it out.
Are you going to be at the Funny Bone?
Yeah.
I love the Omaha Funny. I was there last week.
One of the best. You were just there?
Yeah, last weekend.
Nice. I'm going in August 15th that weekend.
Go to that show, and then you're probably like in Des Moines like the weekend before me.
I'm going to Des Moines the 16th and 17th. It's just a one-nighter in Omaha, and then Des Moines 16th and 17th right after that. So
very cool. Go to those shows, and welcome to the... I'm glad you came back when I was here.
Yeah, no, last time I was here was with Derek and Mike and Quarter Black, and we had a blast, but we missed you.
Yes, well, I'm glad you came back in.
Yeah, I'm excited. It was probably about a year ago now.
Yeah.
To think of it.
Just about. And yeah, I noticed you're a kid, you're a dude from Buffalo. I say kid, but somebody else from an area that gets kind of crapped on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Detroit and Buffalo were kind of like kismet in that way, where people just are like, oh, Jesus. But I feel like we're having a renaissance.
I do.
Detroit and Buffalo are like two of the coolest cities in America right now. I mean, look at what are the top tier ones like? They're all crumbling.
Oh, they're all getting burned to the ground.
Yeah.
They're all destroyed. Nobody's going into the middle of Detroit and trying to light flags on fire. It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
They burned it down in the 60s.
Yeah, people have like homeless encampments everywhere now. It's like, hey, in Buffalo, that was just how life was for the 90s, you know?
Yeah. Well, also, if you can survive a Buffalo winter,
yes,
you can get a job.
Yeah, we had a hobo named Sylvester. My whole life he was there, and then he just like recently died. Like all the hobos from when I was growing up recently died. That's probably old age.
Yeah, that's proof of the immune system.
Yes.
Like that is just a guy who has touched everything and built up immunity and is able to just function.
Yeah. And growing up in those cities, I even felt when COVID happened, I was like, I'm fine. I used to like lick the railings and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd ride the subway and touch everything and I'm going to be great. And I don't think I got it to this day. And if I did get it, it was before they told us what it was because...
That's how I was. I was in New York and I've never gotten COVID.
Yeah.
But before, I think I had something weird and then all of a sudden COVID hit, but I was riding around in New York. So obviously I had already been, experiencing it for months before it hit the rest of the country.
I was in LA and the February prior to, exactly. The February before COVID hit, I was like, I am so sick. I had like 2 weeks, the whole thing. And then when it came about, I mean, I was working with your Mom's House podcast and they were testing us diligently. And I just never, people all around me got it.
Yeah.
And I never got it.
Did you get vaxxed?
Unfortunately, I did. I mean, here's the thing, folks. I think I said this last time I was here. I am a cuck bitch. Like, I just want to work. So put in whatever you got to do so I could go out there and do it. And I was like, oh, I get to go to a restaurant now? Sure. I'm like, I will bend over and let the government literally put it in my ass if they told me that was how I would have to work, you know what I mean? Or like live my life. I'd be like, fine, I guess I'm getting it in the ass here, you know?
A lot of people had to just.
Yeah.
They did, though. I mean, that was the sad part. It's like if you want to come to work and have a job, I mean, a lot of people are now getting sued for it because these companies force them to get it.
I wish I had like more principles or whatever it would be called to like stick to my guns about it or whatever. I didn't want to get it. I don't even get a flu shot. Why would I want to get, you know?
Yeah, you're like, you already were using the the homemade antibodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was working for Kumia, so it was not required. No.
Oh yeah, actually, it was the opposite. If you get it, you're fired.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw a Band-Aid on your arm, he was like, "What is that? Better have been punched. What is this?
That better be a paper cut."
Well, welcome to the show. I wanted to congratulate you. You got your star on the wall outside of the legendary Comedy Store.
Yeah, they do the names on the wall, and I couldn't believe it. Yeah, there it is. I can't believe it's there. Still, sometimes when I see it, I'm like, that's crazy.
It's incredible, though. I'm sure people realize this, but, you know, it's not exactly an easy thing to get.
Yeah, they really put you through the ringer, which is like, it makes it more fun. And I remember when everyone moved to Austin, I felt like I still had like one more dragon to slay when it came to like the Comedy Store. So I really wanted to accomplish that before I even thought about going someplace else, you know?
How long did it take you?
Well, I mean, I started getting some spots like prior to the pandemic, but it wasn't until like after the pandemic that I started getting like developmental spots and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, I'm headlining on the road, but that doesn't really make a difference there. You know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that get in via being a door guy, or you have to become like in that class right there of people who just got painted on. I mean, you have Robert Kelly, Jim Norton. I mean, like people who have been doing it that I looked up to when I you know what I'm saying? Like MC'd for and everything like it. So it's this crazy, for them, it's like an arbitrary sort of thing, like formality that they now get their name on the wall. But, you know, for a guy like me, I went through like the developmental stages of their system and everything like that. And then, you know, like I got it about February or so, like earlier this year. So it was probably about 2 years I was in that system.
Damn, good for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, they really make you earn it, and it feels good when it happens, you know?
Oh, for sure. I don't know. I used to go there. I used to go there back in 2012.
Sure.
It was really dead then.
Yeah, that was like the Tommy times, right?
The Tommy times.
Yes,
Busboy
exactly.
Tommy,
Yeah.
we called him. And yeah, not fun times. But yeah, I mean, nothing against him, I guess, but I don't think a lot of people like him.
Yeah, I never really I mean, you just hear the stories. When I got to LA, it was Adam Egget was running it. And then it was like, I mean, it was like Rogan and Joey Diaz.
Oh, yeah, Adam's fantastic.
Yeah, it was like an insane, I mean, obviously, a lot of those people left and went to Austin. But when you look at like who went to Austin and who stayed in LA, it's kind of just like, it's just split now. It's not exactly like more lopsided one way or another. There's like 4 or 5 guys on each side now that, you know, kind of carry the weight attendance wise, you know,
right,
as far as draws go and stuff. So
who's the main booker there then?
At the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Emily LaFord.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember. Okay.
I feel like I saw you there recently, or like maybe like a last year or something.
I do a lot of Tripoli shows if I'm in.
Right, the Comedy Chaos.
Yeah, I love
best.
doing those shows.
Yeah, they're great.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, that's just an amazing room.
Yeah, the main room is like electric. It's crazy. The OR is like, I mean, it's a room that you don't get to really do much until you get past, you know?
Right.
So it's like a little more of it can be like a kill box, but it's like, you know, you got to earn it a little bit better, you know, late at night when the people are drunk and they've just watched.
Oh, it's like 4 Hungarian immigrants that don't speak English just staring at you. Just like, what? Like, this isn't fun for anybody. No one's learning anything. Yeah. Especially back in the days when I was doing it more often. Like when I was doing it with Sam, you have this full crowd and there's like celebrities on the show, you know?
Oh, yeah. In the audience, I mean, it's like crazy.
Right.
I mean, I remember one Comedy Chaos where Tripoli got in a fight with Machine Gun Kelly.
I was there.
Oh, that was the one.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's just in the back, like yelling at like Sam.
He came in the back room, right?
Yeah.
The backstage. That was wild.
He was all angry over a joke.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at this guy, and I said something. What did I say to him? I said, "Oh, I liked you in The Dirt" or something.
It was the Motley Crue movie.
Yeah,
The Dirt, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "What'd you say?" And I'm like, "Are you really? We're gonna do this?"
Yeah, it's like, I liked you in the film you were just in.
Yeah, I was just trying to strike up a conversation because you seem angry.
It's wild.
Is it really called The Dirt?
Yeah, The Dirt.
The book was
I
definitely
missed
called
that.
The Dirt.
Yeah, the book was The Dirt, which is one of the greatest rock books ever.
Isn't it funny? I remember like that there was that book, and then there was the book, not really a book, but there was all those legends, right? Like Led Zeppelin fucked a girl with a mud shark in the Andaz or whatever. There was
Sold their
all
soul
those
to the
stories.
devil, and all bad things happened except to one of them who didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they stole all their music too.
Well, even just like I just meant with the girls and stuff, like the debauchery stories. If musical acts today were talking like that and doing things like that, people would be like, oh, they'd be like clutching their pearls. It's amazing to me that it's gone like backwards.
Oh, because it went to like a sexual liberation renaissance,
Right.
back into a Me Too culture.
Yeah.
Back into whatever this is now, where
Even the
people
drug
don't even-
aspect of it, like they would be like, oh my God, these guys are just, they're off the rails.
Well, can you imagine being like, this musician is trying to fuck me? I don't understand. I went into his dressing room and he must have thought,
I went up to their hotel with the band who did coke, and can you believe it? They tried to insert things into me.
I don't understand. They told me to take my top off, and I don't understand why. I guess it just doesn't work in the reverse. Like, I'd never go into Joan Jett's room and pull my cock out, assuming that's what she wanted.
Oh my God, I'd go into the Spice Girls dressing room and just be like, pass me around, ladies. Please.
Yeah, you're standing there jacking off. Is this how groupies work?
Yeah.
They're like, could you please go? You're like, no.
You just walk in there. All right, I guess I'll have to have sex with all of you.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of our music. No.
Yeah. You guys do music? Oh, wow.
I had no idea. I thought this
Showed up late.
was like a Chippendales in reverse thing where you just danced. I think you're all terrible. Yeah, that's well, we should pull that up real quick. Why not? If
What?
we're on topic, we can talk about Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh.
You remember Billy Ray Cyrus, right?
Oh, of course. Achy Breaky Heart. I can't remember what the B-side, though, was for Achy Breaky Heart. I was
Yeah.
trying to think about it the whole time. But there was one that I knew at the time.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a slow jam.
You're the only one that turned the tape over.
I know, because I just let it play on a repeat.
Slow jam.
It was a real, like,
Just laying in your bed feeling it.
some ballad. you
Yeah, it
know?
says, "Oh, Billy Ray." What is this? I gotta know what the song is.
There's one called The Other Side.
Is it really?
Oh, it was,
Was that what it was?
it was the other hit song. Not hit.
Well,
I mean,
hit,
let's
but-
be like,
It was close.
yeah, let me see if I can figure
Face
it
of
out.
God. Wouldn't you do this for me?
Is that it?
These are names of tracks that I'm looking at.
Face of God was one of his big ones.
Yeah. One of his big ones.
There's Achy Breaky Heart, and then he
pretty much
then
it.
he had a daughter. Those were the two successful things that he did.
Yeah, what the hell was that other song?
You were down with the Cyrus.
Oh boy, I was in fourth
You had the
grade.
Cyrus virus.
I had the cassette tape of the single. You know how they had that? Whereas there was bass. I can't believe they used that much materials to make a single. But yeah, no, I played that thing over and over again.
There's a lot of those in the ocean right now, killing animals.
We can go ahead and listen to his audio calling his daughter.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
Oh, he's got a Mel Gibson tape out there.
He does. All right.
Yeah, apparently he had.
15, you idiot.
It's not 9:15.
I needed to leave 2
This
hours
is his
ago.
girlfriend.
You can still
Fire hose.
leave and get there and
Get out of here. I'm not in no place to go do a show.
I wasn't.
I had to go when I was ready to go. If you would have just shut the
A Star is Born.
you would have just left it alone.
Sorry, I should.
If you would have left it alone when I told you it's done. Now I'm really pissed. You once again showed me you will not listen. I don't know who.
Why does he look like
you
Billy
think
Ray
you are,
Zombie?
But you will not
Yeah.
listen. And this ain't about your bracket. This ain't about your surgery. This ain't about nothing. This is about you being a selfish. I don't think you're real smart. I've changed my damn mind on that. What you are is a selfish.
No,
I'll tell you what. That's what you are. You're a selfish
I'm not
ass.
that.
You
Okay.
cannot continue to walk all over me and think that I'm going to go out in public with your dumb and have you do this anywhere you want. in front of whoever.
Are you referring to you screaming at me right now?
This would
That sounds
be
not like
happening with
Miley.
you, the
It doesn't.
No, this is not Miley. This is his girlfriend.
Oh, he's yelling at his girlfriend.
Yes, he's yelling at his girlfriend, but he goes into a tirade about her
okay.
in a second.
I will not tolerate that. You just up.
I thought you'd be happy.
No, you. You know
He's a
better
gentleman.
than that. Idiot.
Willie
The
Nelson
other two children
pigtails.
that were there was from a previous marriage before she met Billy Ray by two separate fathers. No, wait a minute, I said that wrong. Not a previous marriage. The other two children that were there, she was impregnated by two different men and had those two children before she met Billy Ray. Just think if it said that. The truth on, Noah, Brandy, Trace, and everyone knows Devil's a skank.
That's what it was.
So is Devil Miley?
That's what everybody's thinking because he's naming his other kids there.
Well, he's got another. Who's the other daughter that was dating little Xan? Remember that?
Oh,
He was, the like little sister of Miley was dating little Xan, and I was like, this is such a weird. Imagine like Billy
Noah.
Ray, Noah. Yeah, imagine Billy Ray when she brings little Xan home. It's like
is little Xan still alive?
sleepy white little. Yeah, he's off the Xans. I think he.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he is alive. He
kept
is
the
white
name.
knuckling life. I'm sure his whole brand is over because he,
Yeah.
went down a dark path early on.
Yeah, the second he's alert in front of an audience, they're gonna just smell the liar on him.
I mean, I went down a Xan path for a second there. I'm like a year and a half off of them, but boy, oh boy, to get like on that shit like in your early 20s and be like, this is my branding. That's a tough
Oh yeah.
road to sow.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, I'm tired, but I'm also relaxed, and I don't really feel like doing much.
He was such a zombie, and I mean, imagine Billy Ray when he comes home and he's like, I got this damn little Xan in my house. I can't.
He's like, yeah, I got Miley taking pictures of herself pissing on hubcaps, and I got this new blonde girl in here who's doing things to me that ain't fancy. You're stupid.
Fire hose.
Yeah, her
Fire
name's-
Rose.
Oh, Fire Rose.
Oh, fire rose.
Fire Rose is better.
That's so good when you said that. I was like, that's got to be your name.
Come in here, Fire Hose.
It's my girl, Fire Hose.
Yeah, listen to her. It's because of her mouth. I'm
not
uncomfortable around. Yeah, she don't talk fun. Or talk right.
She's younger than Miley, though, you said?
She's around her age.
How did he meet? Is Fire Rose like a country? I'm not a
Let
country
me check.
person,
I'm
so-
not sure. She sounds Australian.
background
just
on
from
the
that
Sounds
tape.
intro.
Australian.
Well, from the audio from that thing she did.
I couldn't really. I mean, I just heard Billy Ray yelling at her. That's about it.
I heard what is now Billy Ray yelling at her. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was his new
Yeah,
voice.
she's 34 and she's an Australian singer.
Oh,
Oh,
And
so-
he's how old is he?
he's got to. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, guess.
72.
yeah, I'm gonna at least guess
Oh.
mid 60s.
62.
What?
He's a rough
Oh, wow.
62.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not good.
Achy Breaky Heart must have come out when he was what, 20?
young.
Like,
He had to be in his 20s then.
yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
And he has like that same mane, like you said, he does look like Rob Zombie. That's wild.
Yeah, he had Willie Nelson pigtails coming out of the Rob Zombie. Like he doesn't know what to be anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's just a disaster of a human being now. Just yelling at his. I mean, everybody's allowed to get
well, it's become an
obviously.
older man. You become a little dodgering, and you're gonna yell at your
Yeah.
child bride, of course.
Yeah, I mean, this is just part of life.
Yeah.
We all know that you seek someone your child's age to mate with.
Exactly. In the twilight of in the sunset of your life, you find a chick younger than your daughter, and then you yell at her.
And you start dressing like you're in the Devil's Rejects and scaring everyone around you. That's pretty much just life. Like you just,
That's what we all do when we get older.
yeah, it's your favorite kind of person.
I can't wait to age gracefully like that.
Oh, it'd be wonderful. Just be mad all the time. I don't think you're smart. But look at you.
The devil. What did he say about her? She's a slut.
What did he say?
The devil's a slut.
The devil's a skank. We
Oh,
all know.
devil's a skank. I mean, that's a new song right there. The devil's a skank.
The devil's a slut. Devil needs some Jesus in him.
I'm sure the devil is a slut.
I bet you the devil likes sex in all his holes.
Probably understatement of the century that the devil's a slut.
Yeah, we've seen just what people who like the devil do.
Yeah.
And they're pretty slutty.
Didn't Little Xan or whatever have a video?
That's Little Nas X. That's who he collaborated with, or who brought Billy Ray back to prominence, right?
Was
music?
Was Lil Nas?
Yeah, it was that I gotta take my horse to the old town road. Remember that song?
Yes.
Billy Ray Cyrus was in that.
That's him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Isn't that, and that's the guy who put his own blood into Nikes, and Nikes is like, and Nike was like, you can't do that. You can't just add blood to our shoes and say they're yours.
Also, yeah, it's like you can't say it's your. I don't think it was. I think maybe like on his personal hair was, because it's like, how much blood does Lil Nas X have that he's like,
They're just draining him every
jamming him in
day.
all
he's
his
just
shoes.
in the factory with all the little Chinese kids, and he's like hooked up to IVs, like putting blood in all of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
The Chinese kids are like, this guy's got a bed.
Yeah, that was their problem. They're probably like, look, you have to put blood in them.
It's got to be your actual blood.
You can't. We know that you've been using our China kid blood, and you're lying to the consumers. So this is the problem. It's authenticity here at Nike.
It's not his. It is blood, though.
Yeah.
Not his blood. We won't tell you whose it is. You don't want to know.
We promise it's blood.
Don't test it.
Yeah, it's a blood. It's a mix of also semen and tears, and they're all in the sole of your Nike.
Nike would have been like psyched, I would think. They're like, we got tons of blood around here.
Oh my God! All we have is blood, semen, and tears. Can you make shoes?
We can do something productive with all this blood that we already have. Thank God.
Actually, I have tickets to go see Blood, Semen, and Tears.
That's a hell of an act.
It's the easiest joke, but it just sounds too much like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
The elements.
Blood, semen, and tears. I don't know. I'm now a bigger fan of Billy because I want to see the unraveling.
I mean, it seems like he's always teetering on it, right? Like, I feel like he gets mad at one of his kids every couple of years, and we're gonna get to see real. I mean, he's only 62 now. Wait till he gets really up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's into Biden territory, we're going to start really seeing some.
Well, and the way he's aging, I mean, it could be in 6 months he's looking about 80.
You think that's a wig?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. Like, I'm wondering if the real hair was the Willie Nelson and then he put a wig over it.
He just takes his cowboy hat off and it's a skullet.
It's just so glued.
So bald, and it's just really long and luxurious, like near his sideburns or whatever.
It's just all glued to the hat. He's completely bald. He's got like
It's the Bret
6
Michaels.
hats up.
I don't know. It looks real.
Oh, boy.
It does not look real. No, I mean, I guess it does. He's got
At
that.
the scalp.
Yeah, he's got the scalp there, I guess.
I guess, but that could be put on carefully.
Yeah,
It's also
that's true.
not at all gray.
No, I feel like him and Lorenzo Lamas are at the same barber, and they're just like, come on.
Highlights.
Lorenzo's like, give me the Billy, and Billy's like, give me the Lamas. I don't know. I want to be him when I grow up.
Yeah, for sure. If I could look like that at 62, Jesus, I already look older than him.
Yeah, I already look terrible. I know he's thinner than me.
I feel like, I mean, he's got no gray hair. My beard is all white. I'm 38, for Christ's sake. This guy, I have no hair. This guy's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing good. And he's miserable.
Yeah.
And to have no grays with that amount of anger.
I'm so angry at my child bride.
I'm going to throw one of my awards at you. Yeah. I mean, one. I got the one. The one from the song.
Keep Breaky Hearts probably got a few grams.
I'm sure it got a few Grammys.
Yeah.
I'm sure it got a few ones that they wish they didn't give him.
At least a country one, or country, whatever the hell they got.
Country Music Award for sure.
Yeah, something like that.
I guarantee he got a couple. Back when it was on like CNN or TNN. CNN would tell me.
TNN, that's funny. Yeah,
TNN.
remember that? Oh, man, they put NASCAR on there.
Oh, yeah, the Nashville Network. You could watch the Dukes of Hazzard or NASCAR. That was pretty much it.
Hell of a network.
Oh, it was great. Okay. Yeah, he's dying now. That's a different hat and wig.
100%.
He looks like the lead singer of Counting Crows all of a sudden. She looks different.
She have a wig? I mean,
Yeah.
He was talking about her surgeries.
Yeah, she looks like she's changing noses.
He got a bird.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just deciding. Yes, they do have a bird. 2 of them.
Does he have I mean, they're not. You said they're married, right? Does he have children with her, or are they like gonna try to?
I don't know about that.
That'd be
but
wild.
They are married.
More of these celebrities, though, are doing it when they're like in their 60s.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting later. I mean, fucking De Niro and Al Pacino are like having who can have a baby later pack or something, right? Like,
Yeah, they're both like in their 80s.
yeah, and they're still coming into ladies and making children. That's nuts.
I guarantee you it's someone else. And
It's
they're like,
gotta be.
They're like, yeah, no, it's totally your splooge, Bobby.
Or they got it like in lockers or something.
Yeah.
Like a locker of jizz or something, you know?
They had to, they must have blown some load that went through science.
Yeah.
And then it got to the
Yeah.
wife. 'Cause, I mean, you're going to know if it's Pacino's kid.
Yeah, he's not just like hooah and coming in ladies like at 80 whatever years old, you know? He's like, you know, he's walking around like he's Kramer.
He can't play, neither of them can play different characters anymore, let alone, I would assume, finish in a woman and create life.
It's wild to me that, I mean, it gives me hope, I guess, but how on earth could that be possible?
I don't know. I feel like it's the worst thing to do because, like, right when your kid gets to know you, you die of natural causes.
Yeah, I mean, I think, though, if you have enough money, it doesn't matter. They don't need a dad. It's going to be worse if I was alive anyway.
That's true. If your dad is like a Hollywood actor, it's probably better you just have the money at that.
The entity that is your dad is going to actually take better care of you than they would have.
Yeah, your dad's pretty much just going to ignore you.
Yeah.
It's like having a Wall Street tycoon as a father. It's better he has a heart attack at his desk than
I'm sure Pacino and De Niro have other kids, right? From like back in the day. We don't know anything about those kids. They're probably they're like, fuck you, Dad.
I'm sure they just speak the language of whatever nanny raised them. I would highly doubt that they're being well cared for by either parent.
Yeah, so it's all kind of in the wash at the end of the day.
Well, and De Niro's ex-wife has taken him to the cleaners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's going on the like Nick Cage tour of starting to take movie roles.
For anything, right? Like, yeah, you can see it.
Which is crazy because he owns like a lot of hotels and a lot of properties in New York.
Still not enough.
No. And
he owns like Tribeca, doesn't he? Like that whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now he's like, she gets so much money.
Oh my God.
That he's got to make movies. And can you imagine being Robert De Niro and you're like, I got to keep working. I can't afford not to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that leaves me with no hope.
Yeah, that's the opposite of Billy Ray Cyrus. Him and Billy Ray should have talked.
Yeah, Billy Ray had him early and realized you make them work for you.
Yes.
And then they can go have, sure, they're naked on a wrecking ball.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
You look great up on that ball there, girl. He counts his money.
Yeah. Just fanning himself with
Yeah.
it. I like how you're going back and forth. That's good.
There was
Keep
a clip
swinging.
of him from it was like the Teen Choice Awards or something where she's on a stripper pole on top of an ice cream truck. And it was when she first started kind of doing that stuff, and she's up and down on it, and they go to him in the audience, and he's just like,
Is that why I
That's my
remember?
baby.
yeah.
I remember people were disgusted.
Yeah.
Well, they remember when she rode out on a floating penis on one award show, and people were horrified.
Oh, there was that.
the
I mean,
Robin
she went
Thicke
real hard to be like, I'm no longer a child star. I'm going to be sexy now.
Yep. Yeah, I did the stripper pole.
Yeah, she did it on steroids. I mean, even like Jessica Simpson kind of did that a little bit. Remember, like
She did.
She went through that wholesome period, and then her father was also a loon,
Oh, big time.
and then Britney Spears' father we found out was a loon. I mean, all their dads were crazy. Billy Ray Cyrus might be the most sane pop star dad there is.
That's true. Well, yeah, Jessica Simpson's dad just grabbed Ashley and was like, do something too.
Yeah,
And then the second she was embarrassed on TV, it was like, you're out of the family.
You're done. You're dead to me.
It's like, well, they just played the wrong track. I was watching a clip of that the other day. Like they do SNL reels on Instagram.
Yeah, it came up on it was the 20th anniversary of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that record's 20 years old too, I saw.
Yeah, but like, why would you do that to her? Like SNL's just reminding you this happened.
They're like, yeah, remember this scandalous thing? It was like that and what's her name? Sinead O'Connor ripping up the Pope thing was a big deal. But this one was like, oh yeah, remember when Ashley Simpson ruined her career by lip syncing?
Right. Remember when we all cared way too much about what happened to this girl in one show?
Yeah, it was so weird because it's like she did something that all the pop stars seemingly do now.
Yes.
I bet Sabrina Carpenter's up there lip sync. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no way any of them can dance around like that.
Right. They'd be winded.
Yes, and not sing in perfect pitch.
Britney could do it. Britney used to do it.
She didn't. I feel like she didn't go too out of the realm of like, oh, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she ruined her voice doing that
pretty
too.
level.
I did see her live. Like I said, I went with my girlfriend when I was 17, and she was the same age. Yeah. And a lot of grown men there. Big.
That was the schoolgirl days.
That was when she dressed like a Catholic schoolgirl on stage.
Wild.
And yeah, she would do her own moves, but it wasn't all over the place like it is. There's no way. You can tell me like who's a pop star now?
Well, there's even been accusations that Taylor Swift isn't singing all of her songs.
I would say that, but I don't want someone to murder me.
Well, that's the thing. I said there's been accusations. I'm not accusing.
No. Remember, Josh thinks she's the best ever.
I'm just relaying some of the talk I've heard.
She just got voted.
There's no way she's doing it.
Somehow the 6th greatest guitarist of all time, and who wouldn't agree with that?
I mean, hey, I can't believe she wasn't 4 or 3. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I
thought 6. That's a snub.
I was thinking 2, maybe 1.
Dave Grohl recently was on stage, and he said some pretty gnarly things about Taylor Swift that I don't agree with. Swifties. Is
that true?
I'm just reporting. Yeah,
he just said that she lip syncs.
Wow, it's a bit much, Dave.
I know. I said, wow. Hey, pump the brakes, Dave.
You're not going to be the only singer of Nirvana who gets killed by a woman.
Yeah, I know a blonde woman who's going to put a shotgun through your head too.
It's a ballsy move, girl. Ballsy move. Yeah, it's gotta suck to be like from that era of just the punk rock into kind of creating your own genre.
Right.
And doing all this stuff that they did, and then watching, like, even when you watch Beastie Boys on those old SNLs and stuff, they're all playing bass, guitar, rap. Like, it's so much fun to watch, and they're all really doing it.
You can tell because it doesn't sound, it's not supposed to sound like the track from the radio.
No, it sounds like they're screaming it. They're off key a little bit. Like that's what I always like about live shows is it's not perfect.
Right, exactly.
Whenever anything is perfect, you're like, well, obviously this person who's dancing and getting carried by 6 people and then dancing more.
Yeah, when it just sounds like the record and you're just basically like, is someone just playing the record while they dance? Like this is
it's just garbage.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan, but I am a fan of something.
What's that?
It's called Undertech.
Ooh.
Yes. What if I told you that you could win a Jeep Gladiator plus $30,000 in cash, and all you needed to do to enter was to buy something that you already need and will make every day of your life more comfortable?
I'm on board.
Okay, that's all it takes. Our friends at Undertech, the makers of the world's most comfortable men's boxers. I'm not even kidding. I'm wearing them right now. They are the most comfortable boxers you will ever own. I guarantee it. They got socks. They got shirts. They partnered with Shared Sweeps to give you a chance at winning a fully loaded Jeep Gladiator plus 30 grand in cash. That's 30 G's. All you need to do is go to undertac.com, UNDERTAC.com, and for every $1 you spend using the code NORMALWIN, 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 one word, you get one entry plus 10% off. That's the best deal ever. You get an entry to win that and 10% off, so you might get 30 grand in the back of a Jeep. That's rad. So the more you fill your drawers with Undertech boxers, the more, and you can fill out your drawers, you know what I'm saying, the more you increase your chances of winning. Go to undertech.com today, and again, the code is NORMALWIN, NORMALWIN, one word, no spaces. Go to undertech.com. And thank you, Undertech, for sponsoring this episode. I absolutely love your product.
And they have women's stuff now, too.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They got stuff for bitches?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, bitch.
Oh, man. You wearing them, huh?
I'm trying to get them to send it to me right now.
You should get them.
I want them.
Now I'm definitely going to look it up.
Oh, they make them in mine?
Yeah.
I'm an Ed Wood sort. Well, Eminem actually just, with the death of Slim Shady, took out Taylor Swift's #1 spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. That album actually like is getting steam. I heard it was bad. I haven't listened to it though.
I've only listened to the Death of Slim Shady. The
main track, right?
Main track, yeah. This is the hip hop star 11th number one, and it's now tied along with 7 other artists, like Barbra Streisand, Bruce Springsteen, and of course Kanye West. I don't believe it was for his music; it was more for his speeches. But for the 5th most number ones on the Billboard 200 in U.S. history.
That's wild. That's because the streets have told me that this new Eminem is lame.
The stuff I heard back, I thought was all right, where he raps against himself. I thought it was interesting, but I haven't really heard all of it, to be honest.
All I know is Joe Burrow got his hair styled like Slim Shady.
Did he really?
Yeah, he has like the yellow, or like just like we just saw on the picture that was up there of him.
I don't care for that.
That's wild. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm as a Bills fan, go for it, Joe Burrow. You're gonna suck this year.
Yep.
Gay hair.
It was never a good look.
No, it's so 90s. It's crazy.
It was just for him.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah.
And then you either had that or you had frosted tips, which was the same thing.
Oh, Nick Carter hair.
Yeah, Nick Carter hair, dude.
Yeah.
Nick Carter, the party starter. that dude. Oh, you don't like Nick Carter?
Well, yeah, he's
what happened
dead.
to him?
No, that's Aaron.
Aaron Carter's dead.
His older brother, a little more stable from the Backstreet Boys. Aaron Carter, though, well, you heard Party Starter probably and thought Aaron Carter.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, because Aaron Carter has a song about a party.
Yeah,
I would never make an uncouth joke about the deceased.
Okay.
I saw that part of that documentary.
It's
sad. Yeah. He's a drug addict.
Nick Carter's the only Carter that's
Nick
still
Carter.
alive.
Well, he used to date Jessica Simpson.
Did he?
I think.
I know
so.
Tony Romo did.
Yeah, I thought he did.
No, Nick Lachey.
That was Nick Lachey. I can't tell these guys apart.
98 Degrees. He was the one who took her V card, married her just to fuck her that first time. And then John Mayer came along after they divorced and fucked her pretty quickly.
Yep.
And was like, her pussy's like napalm. And then Tony Romo
in
got
a good
in
way?
there.
Or...
Yeah, in a good way.
Okay.
Like, it was like intoxicating, he said to him.
He was very drunk in the interview.
That's what.
That's right. I remember that.
And then Tony Romo came in there, and she became kind of like a bit of a whore, which was fine by me. I don't mind. I'm not disparaging her, but
No, I don't slut shame.
No, not at all. I think I slut support.
I say do the Dukes of Hazzard film and wash that car.
Right? That's when she put on the Dukes of Hazzard shorts.
Yep.
Brings it full circle to the Miley.
The boots are made
that was
for
her Miley
walking.
mode.
Yeah. That was her way of coming out.
Right.
And then she got obese and sat in a tub.
Yeah. Then she tidied it up though. She's looking pretty good these days.
She's got an Adderall addiction, man.
Does she?
It looks like it.
Doesn't she do something with like real estate?
I don't know.
That's right, way off.
I think that's one of the girls next door.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that moment that she had with Nick Lachey where they had a reality show and she was talking about the chicken of the sea.
Yeah.
That made reality TV what it is today.
That's true.
And the people that were watching that, the executives were like, you know what? We're never going to do scripted shows again. Why would we? I couldn't write something like that.
No, they're like, this woman is an idiot.
Yeah. We need to find more idiots and put them in TV.
And they're like, we have terrible fathers you can talk to. She has a sister. I hear she can sing.
I heard she has a nose job.
Yeah, I hear she has a touch of acid reflux and it's going to ruin her life. That was her excuse.
The sister ended up, I don't know if they got married, but she had a child with Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do remember they were Are they still
Because she was kind of like emo and stuff. And I don't know if they're still together.
Who was what was that? I forget the skater girl.
Avril Lavigne was dating Chad Kroger, or married to Chad Kroger. They recently divorced.
Oh, it's a shame.
You really have your finger on the pulse. Josh.
I know. I can't believe I'm pulling all this out of I haven't smoked weed today, so I think I'm just like things are firing off.
I'm going to say that must be it. You're just remembering.
It's like PTSD. It's like old memories from war.
Is this all before it's like, this is right before you tried pot. Yeah. You're remembering everything.
Man, I could do 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon before I started pot. Too,
It's impressive. I can't remember any of this stuff.
I just recently, the guitar player from Nickelback was at the Comedy Store, and I had to tell him, I watched Mark Maron be like, oh, you're that guy from that band? And I had to go up to him and be like, I unironically love your band. I was like...
The bassist likes this show.
Oh, no shit. Well, shout out.
Yeah. So I like them.
Nice.
I think they're very aware of the fact, and they are.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah, that they're crapped all over, but then you also see the arena that they have to see them. And it's
literally could sing the words to 10 of their songs, I feel like. It's crazy, just out of like pure muscle memory.
Yeah, they have fans.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't give a shit.
No. I mean, I'm sure they care a little, because we all do, but I mean, not enough to where it's like, look, I have a mountain of money.
Right.
I'll live on that. And you guys
God, that would be the best. I would lean into it. If I had the money, oh God, it would be the best.
Oh yeah, if I had, I would have my house like couches made of money. Yeah. And just sit there and do.
And then I'd make a video and be like, hate me all you want. This is my couch of money.
Yeah, I'm going to watch my money TV. I could have given this money to you, but instead I had it all glued together and turned into a TV. I'm going to set fire to it now.
Isn't it crazy? Bands like that are coming back, though, like Creed, Nickelback. I mean,
Creed was in Omaha when I was there. And people kept saying, like, wow, there's people here. That's crazy because Creed's in town. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
You're like, did I walk into 2003?
Yeah, what day is it? Arms wide open. Yeah, but that's, I always thought that Creed for a minute was the guy from Bush.
Oh, Gavin Rossdale?
Yeah, I thought it was Gavin Rossdale. And then
he's British Creed.
He is British Creed. Yeah. Where he's not as spiritual.
And by the way, you know who he was married to, that he ended up cheating on with the nanny of their home, Gwen Stefani.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He cheated on her with the babysitter or the nanny who was not as attractive as Gwen Stefani. Isn't that funny how that always goes on?
Yeah, it's like Schwarzenegger when he fucked that monster.
Yeah, Maria Shriver. But Maria Shriver was old.
Yeah. But it was funny because he had just that Mexican Arnold Schwarzenegger walking around his house, and when nobody mentions it.
Hola. It was like, I don't know if it's mine or not.
Yeah. Hasta la vista, daddy. Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
It looked just like him. Like they showed him surfing.
Yeah.
And it's like, Maria Shriver's just like, when are we going to talk about the fact that you banged our maid?
The maid's child just benched, 400 pounds.
Yeah, he just won Mr. Universe. Yeah. I feel like it might be yours.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah, weird. Even coaching him on the side.
It certainly doesn't look like the maid's husband, who is fat, short.
Yes. Lives in a rougher neighborhood.
Yeah.
And really, I just don't understand the amazing genetics on this young man and the blondish hair.
Weird accent, too. It's strange.
Yeah, that was an incredible one. But yeah, Gwen Stefani. Well, without her, no one would know how to spell bananas.
Thank God, I would have a hard time without it.
I really would. Like if you had to spell bananas at a DUI checkpoint,
you got that song. Thank God.
You'd be like BANANAS.
I feel like that would be a bad cop that would just make you do bananas.
It wouldn't be a good idea. But I'm just saying, if you lucked out. Well, it's like the alphabet backwards thing.
Sure.
Where the whole trick is I couldn't do that sober, and then they go, "What'd you say?" You admitted to you can't do that sober, and then
is that really what they do that for?
Yeah, that's the idea.
I thought it was always if you attempted it, that means you're drunk.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it's just it's a catch-22.
It's really just a trick. Yeah, you're fucked either way. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, it's like when you do the field sobriety test, and then you still have to take the breathalyzer. You're like, why did we do this?
Yeah, no, I
like shouldn't we just
down that path, unfortunately, and it didn't turn out great. And I did the thing where you walk the straight line, right? You walk the line, but it was February and it was like 12 degrees, and I'm nervous and also freezing, so I'm like shaking. They're like, and I'm trying to stand still to like walk. They're like, oh, you look like you're fucking. I'm like, well, it's freezing out here.
You're like, there's black ice on the ground.
Yeah, I'm doing the straight line in a snowbank over here. It's crazy.
Yeah, winter DUIs are the worst.
Oh, God.
A summer DUI is a better way to go.
Yeah, it's true. It's easier to get one of those, though.
It is.
The winter one, you really got to be trying hard.
Because you got to piss the cop off.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be willing to be cold.
That, and he's got to like go, well, this guy's not swerving because the roads are bad. You know, how do you got to really be driving poorly.
Yeah, you really have to be not following the tracks. Yeah. That's the sad. Well, you're from Buffalo. You know what it's like where it's like the dodging potholes thing. You have to decide, is he dodging potholes or is he swerving?
Yes, exactly.
And they have to make that choice because a lot of times you're just dodging the potholes.
Right. Yeah, you're just trying to keep your car from getting destroyed by the shitty roads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. I'll tell you what's a good car to have. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
I saw this story. This is the first time this has happened.
I don't think so. The Oscar Mayer deployed its fleet of 6 23-foot-long Wienermobiles across America in 1988 so they could continue to spread the joy and love of meat.
Who knew there were that many?
I did not. I've only seen one.
I thought it was like the Goodyear blimp. They got one of them.
Yeah, so did I. I didn't know.
A fleet.
I kind of feel hurt.
Yeah, like which one did I see? Like, they should have units on it or something like.
Yeah, it's
We do have a video of the.
Well, but according to the Cold Cut Producing Company, the first 13-foot Wienermobile hit the road in 1936.
Wow.
God, what the hell did that look like?
Imagine no air conditioning, giant hot dog.
No power steering.
Yeah. just smashing into everything.
Oh, God. It has that horn.
Just no anti-lock brakes. Just this giant, dangerous hot dog with a completely incorrect put-in gas tank. Yeah,
I would actually made of meat.
Yeah,
they were like, we had no other way to do it than to actually replicate it.
Like, where's the car? It's like the guy got attacked by a bear. It's a nightmare. Do we have the video? Oh,
they're like getting out of the side of it. They were trapped inside the wiener.
See, that shouldn't be hilarious, but it is.
They can get out the roof like it's like a school bus. You know?
Yeah, I'll save you.
Oh my God! Oh, is that it tipped over?
Yeah, it just tipped over.
Oh, you're rewinding it. I thought that it was like flying by on the side, like it was in Speed or something.
No,
they should have made Speed with the Wienermobile. That would have been sick.
If this thing goes under 60 miles an hour, and they're like, it can't go 60. We can't get to the point where we trigger the bomb.
Think of all the puns. That's one burned wiener.
Yeah. Talk about a weenie roast.
Yeah, exactly.
It's happened in Chicago too. Hilarious.
Yeah.
This also happened in Chicago?
Yes.
Where they just tipped over?
Yeah, that was the one that you just saw was in Chicago.
Oh, I thought you said there was another one that got in an accident.
No.
Like out of the 23 fleet, they just assume a couple will get crashed.
It's like the outage. It's like all 6 or 23 hot dogs have tipped over today. Like there's just a problem with their tech.
A lot of people road rage, cutting off the Wienermobile for a picture. 2 of the drivers are dead.
Yeah, I'm shocked PETA hasn't like suicide bombed the Oscar Mayer mobiles and all that or whatever.
That's a good point. That might have been what happened.
Yeah, they tipped it over.
Yeah, they're big enough.
That's crazy. Yeah,
for people that don't like meat.
Right.
Some big old girls.
If that was a Hebrew National mobile, those Gaza protesters would be. See what they did to the Liberty Bell? Imagine.
Is that the fuck Israel a hot dog? Why is there a Palestinian flag hanging off the hot dog mobile?
A group of protesters has taken over the Hebrew National Mobile.
Someone is trying to save the Hebrew National driver. They're holding him by his locks, and other people are yelling, "Get him! Get him!"
It's like the fucking LA riots footage. Helicopter over it.
It's one of the most brutal crime scenes we've ever seen here from this copter. It looks like the driver is okay, but they are beating him to death on the side of the
road. A dark day.
Very dark day for Hebrew National and kosher
Prime Minister
hot dogs.
Netanyahu will speak on the Hebrew National Mobile.
He'd like you all to know that tipping that over is like a pig or a cow loving hot dogs. If you're gay. If you're gay and tipped over the hot dog mobile, you're like a cow or pig who loves hot dogs. I want to see it now. Not to see anybody get hurt, but I would like to just see the Hebrew.
Why didn't they make a mobile?
Why? It's a good point. It's probably why. They were like, hey, do you want to compete? And they're like, no.
I came across those, that brand of hot dog when I went camping. My friend was Jewish, and he was like, you picking up the hot dogs? I go, yeah. He goes, just score me a pack of Hebrew National. I go, well, what the hell's the difference? He's like, well, they're kosher. And I was like, how do you know?
Right.
And also, it's still a hot dog, so they're doing something with it. Like, the whole point of a hot dog is putting, like, the hooves and the snouts and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to use the other parts of the pig, right?
It's gelatin.
Yeah, basically.
It's meat gelatin.
So what on earth's in a Hebrew National?
Yeah, do you think there's just a rabbi at the end of the assembly line blessing every single hot dog that comes through?
The meat's coming out like that Play-Doh thing. Yeah. He's like, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, he's like, you will go out to serve and feed. I don't know the words either.
I don't even know what that, yeah.
You are kosher. They're like, oh yeah, it's very kosher.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
I don't know how they reconcile those two things, that's all.
No, I don't either. Let's talk about cocaine sharks real quick, though.
Hell yeah,
Talk
dude.
about crazy animals. Because according to a new scientific study, sharks have tested positive for cocaine off of Brazil's coast. I think I could have told you that.
Sure.
Yeah, this is pretty much...
I feel like this isn't the first time some ocean life has been cocained out, right?
Oh, no. Even lake life in, like, Michigan and I'm sure in the Buffalo area.
Oh, sure.
They've been...
Eels in Maryland.
Yeah, but they've been stocked filled with antidepressants is the other one where it's like, how do you want your bass and trout? You're like just stuffed with Zoloft.
Yes, like me.
Yeah, just like me.
At least they're not getting fentanyl, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the night is young.
Yeah.
We're really not sure where this is going to head.
This is the 80s for the sharks right now, and then give it a couple of years, they'll start getting fentanyl too.
Yeah. You're going to see them remove their teeth so they can suck dick. Like, it's good. They're not biting anymore.
Yeah,
which is a benefit. But they're servicing a lot of men for fentanyl. It's published in the journal Science Direct. We're the first on cocaine in free-ranging sharks. Well, that's good that they were free-ranging. They weren't just being force-fed the cocaine by a scientist. And the findings to point to the potential impacts of the presence of illicit drugs in the environment. The highest concentration of the drug were found in the shark's muscle tissue. But they're roiding up. The Olympics, but some were also found in their livers with a concentration as much as 100 times that was found in other marine animals. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they believe that the sharks are ingesting cocaine from illegal labs in the area or due to drug smugglers dropping drugs in the ocean. Thank you, science. During the research, marine biologist Tom Hurd, I was going to say George Costanza, said that sharks were tuned up and on full alert, ready to go, looking.
That's just sharks, dude. This guy
Sounds like he's zooted up. They're looking.
He's like, oh man, the sharks, they're so amped up, dude. No, that's just them being sharks, man. He's like, they never stop swimming. It's like, yeah, because they'll die.
Right.
Sharks never stop.
Look how they're staring at us. Look how its eyes are all dilated. And
that shark hasn't blinked.
Yeah.
So much coke, dude.
It's hungry and coming right for us. It's zooted out of its mind.
I think it's just sharks being sharks, my guy.
Yeah, are you sure it's cocaine, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, are you sure when you're testing them, it's not just the cocaine falling out of your nose and onto the shark?
We don't know how they're getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's my muscle tissue.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Hey, you guys want to do some coke?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, why would they be throwing coke into the ocean so much?
Yeah, it does seem like a waste. I mean, I guess if the Coast Guard pulls up, But I also feel like if you have that much cocaine, you would just shoot that
It's
person.
enough to affect an entire species of animal, like in a concentrated area. That's nuts.
And why more sharks?
Yeah, than other, maybe because they're eating the other animals that are eating the coke.
That makes sense. See, you're a thinker.
Try
I
my
just
best.
thought maybe sharks like coke.
I don't just know celebrity couples from the early 2000s.
I'm a man of trivia.
Yeah.
I understand. I have great knowledge. No, I guess that would be it. I'm curious though. That's got to be it because I mean, because they had this issue in Miami, I thought, for a while.
Well,
Right.
and, yeah, and the bear too. The cocaine bear was actually a real story before they made it a movie.
There was a documentary,
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The cocaine bear.
the Coke Bear. It was embellished for the film, I'm told, but only slightly.
Okay. Yes, that was a story, right? Or
Yeah,
one.
the bear got into actual cocaine and just started, going nuts in the woods.
Looking.
Wild.
Yeah, doing bear shit.
Yeah.
And then they called it a cokehead. Yeah, it's acting all crazy. And it's climbing a tree.
Oh, man, it like ravaged that tent. It must be on coke.
Oh, do you have? Let's see the pictures of the sharks. Do we have something? There
Yes.
they are. Okay. So I mean, there is.
That's cute. I like googly eyes on stuff.
So do I. Except AOC, but that's pretty good.
Those are like her. Those
Yeah.
look like
That's where we
AOC
took
eyes.
the
Yeah, you just took them right off of her and slapped them on the sharks. Anytime you need a good jittery, squirrely coke eye, just go to the.
She has those like eyes that they're not just coke. It's like there's nothing behind them.
Yeah.
And that means I'm like immediately attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I go, oh my God, she has like crazy eyes. I go, oh God, she could ruin my life.
Yeah, there's something about that just.
Something draws me in. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, men are attracted to. I don't know if all men.
There's something scary about it. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm totally attracted, but there's something like frightening and fun about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only two ways the night could end.
Right.
And that is going to be frightening or fun. It's either
Exactly.
It's either going to be the last face you see in a good or bad way.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the emptiness of.
Now she could ruin our lives by being a politician, I guess.
Well, yeah, she's done a good job with that. I mean, she's done a bang up job in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
No, yeah, I hear that's going great over there.
Yeah, that's it. All politicians are doing a wonderful job. Well, did you see that Gavin Newsom is now?
I heard.
Yeah, he is
about
now,
time, I'd say.
Yeah, in an executive order. Yeah, I know, right? You live in L.A.
Yeah, it's been bad. I mean, I got there in 2017, and like I said, like coming to a bigger city, I just thought, well, there's homeless people, and then during COVID, it got crazy. Like, and I mean, noticeably, like there was a guy that slept. Like outside my bedroom window that was like a homeless person. There was just the tents were coming up. It was like villages everywhere. It was really wild that it happened. And I thought, I'm like, is this that many people getting evicted or something like that? Or where did they come from? How does that happen?
Dude, I had an agent and the guy parked in front of his house and put a mattress on his lawn and a goat was sleeping on the mattress. And he told the police and they're like, yeah, we can't really do anything.
They can't do anything about it. They can't move them.
No.
And if they touch, like if say a hobo like takes, I call them that. I don't know. I thought that was a cute word. People get mad at me now though. But
I prefer hobo. I
think
right.
it's like a nice one. But if say he has a piece of his own feces and he makes a little ball out of it and he puts it on his stoop or whatever, and they come and clean it up, he could sue them or something for property. Like he could yell at them. They're not allowed to touch their property.
And that's considered their property as his fecal art?
Yes, exactly.
I don't care for this at all.
No, it was awful. Terrible, terrible policy. So I guess evidently he's changing things. It is funny though, like when the Super Bowl came to LA, when Xi Jinping or whatever the hell his name is from China came to San Francisco.
Oh, they sweep them up.
You go, where the hell did they go all of a sudden?
That happened to Detroit for the Super Bowl too, where it's like They put signs over like abandoned neighborhoods, so it looked like there were advertisements there, like scaffolding over buildings, like there were shops that were never there.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Like, what city is this? Like, you guys just put up a fake town.
I came home, I think it was on Super Bowl Sunday when it was in LA, and I remember I left, and I remember just like drive, go the same way on the highway as you come home. And on the highway, I remember seeing like, oh, that's where a tent encampment is. And then on the way back, I go, that's just gone all of a sudden. There's not one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What the hell do they come along with a voucher or something? They put them on a bus. They throw them in the ocean. What the hell do they do with them?
Well, and yeah, I don't know. Because now in the order, according to his official administration, which is the first time he's done anything, it was all about compassion before. Yeah, in this, the Supreme Court obviously said, it's not criminal, all that stuff we just went over. But now homeless encampments have been a persistent issue in California, with the state having the highest unhoused population. We, of course, have to call them unhoused because somebody living on the street is very, very concerned with the labeling. The highest unhoused population in the country, with about 180,000 people sleeping on the street last year. A recent count showed that approximately 123,000 people were unsheltered at any given night. Gavin said, "We must act with urgency to address dangerous encampments which subject unsheltered individuals living in them to extreme weather, fires, predatory and criminal activity, and widespread substance abuse use, harming their health, safety, and well-being, and which also threaten the safety and viability of nearby businesses and neighborhoods, and undermine the cleanliness and usability of parks, water supplies, and other public resources." Oh, really? That's it. So you're doing it for them.
Yeah, it's for their own good.
Yeah, in the businesses that you care about all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, Skid Row is not an encampment that they will do anything about, I don't think.
That's been there forever.
It's been there forever, but now it is, it has grown, I think, by 10. I mean, it's crazy how much it's gotten bigger. It used to just be like Skid Row, a literal row.
It's a block, yeah. Back in like 02.
Now it is an entire city of its own.
Well, it's basically downtown LA.
Pretty much.
And at one time it was the block.
Right.
And you're like, I think it's becoming 2 or 3 blocks. And then you're like, is this a zombie movie?
Yeah.
And I always thought, like, what do you do about this, though? Like, there's so many people there. I feel bad for the ones that are soldiers, the ones that are just tossed out on the street.
Sure.
But what do you do about it at this point?
I haven't the slightest. I'd say it was a bigger problem than I could possibly. I remember I went to San Francisco the first time, and I had no, you think, I'm from the East Coast. You think San Francisco, you think like, oh, it's Full House, or whatever. But you have a picturesque thing. And that was the first time I saw homeless people that weren't just like drug addict type people. It was like families, like under a overpass in a tent. It was crazy.
It's very sad. Yeah, just people shooting up in front of the Olsen's house. A homeless guy's eating Comet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tragic place.
Yeah, San Francisco was wild. But then, like, they cleaned that shit up when the Chinese president came. They were like, look at that. There's not one piece of shit on the street at all.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Isn't that crazy? There used to be poop everywhere, and now all gone.
Thanks to Newsom, we've been able to take care of all these problems.
Miraculously, overnight, they just whoop.
I don't know how we did it. We certainly didn't kill them.
I feel like in other countries, like in Amsterdam, I've never seen a homeless person when I've been in Amsterdam walking around there. You would think that they would allow homeless people to be around, but I think they throw them in the canals. I think they're all at the bottom of the canal.
Or they just call them tramps or vagabonds, and they're just part of the society where you don't even notice.
It's just an artist.
Yeah. It's just anybody on a unicycle. Yeah. And here they just don't do as many tricks.
Right. No, here they just scream in the road.
Yeah. And then the ones actually playing guitar and trying to make a living, you're like, get a job.
I mean, I went for last night, just before I took my flight, I had a very early flight, so I had to go I went to 7-Eleven to go buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it was 2 a.m. And it was like when I get to the main street outside my residential area and go toward the 7-Eleven, it was like a zombie movie. It was, you can just see them slowly walking in the street. It's terrifying.
It's a different level of drug now that I'm not sure what's being put out there.
Yeah, I don't either, because I would think there used to be the heroin people that would kind of just nod off and stand up and nod off.
Crackheads were itchy.
Yes, but now
Leakers.
the fentanyl zombies are this new level of, you know, like it's almost like you're in I Am Legend or something like that because they're very slow and arduous going. And then if you get their attention, though, they're like, and then they're like up your ass.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It becomes 23 days later very quickly.
Yes.
And they've built up a fentanyl tolerance, so they're strong.
Right.
And then there's also a little bit, at least there was a little bit of a rise in, what's it called? PCP.
Really? Okay.
Which is tough because that's like, that makes you want to be naked and tip over cars and fight cops.
Yeah. I remember there was a story of a guy who was on PCP and jumped off Buffalo City Hall. And it was before they would put the balls on top of a flagpole. And he like impaled himself on the flagpole and was on so much PCP that he was like still alive for quite a while.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not shocked though.
It's crazy.
Because you can see videos where like cops will hit them with like several tasers and they're just like, keep coming.
Yeah.
What you got? Like it's superhuman
Is
strength.
this the zombie apocalypse is what it's going to be? Is just homeless people on PCP? And,
Could be.
No.
It's very possible. We have to find the antidote.
Practical zombie apocalypse.
We got to cut them with little Xan.
Yeah.
And that's the only way we're going to be able to get them off the street.
Slow them down with Xans.
Yeah. You got to get them some Xannies. Shoot it in its
Hero
mouth.
we didn't expect, but we all need.
Yeah. Little Xan. And then it turns out it's like, I guess it didn't really work.
Nope. They're just addicted to that now.
Yeah. Now they just got 3 addictions. Oh, they drink too.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of addictions, R. Kelly, not that he's an addict. Anyway.
Addicted to pussy.
That was R. Kelly. We can play it. R. Kelly
was
was
singing in jail, right?
He was singing loudly in prison. The disgraced R&B singer, which I think stands for raping butt, was convicted in February 2023 of child sex crimes and sentenced to 20 years in prison. He had already been serving a 30-year prison sentence after being found guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering in 2022. So, all right. You know, if you hear R. Kelly coming at you at night, screaming, that's... People,
out of all the R. Kelly songs, he chose that one in prison, though.
I know, it's weird, right?
My body's telling me, or what is it? My heart is telling me no, my body's telling me yes.
Telling you yes.
It's like, someone's gonna come fuck you, dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You're just horning up all the other cellies.
Well, it's either they're either going to get pissed or pissed on. There's no difference. Like, it's one or the other. It's not...
That's his cup of tea, though. Isn't R. Kelly all about that?
Oh, he loves urinating on people.
Yeah, he loves pissing on people.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks they're grown men because that's his least favorite person to piss on. But, I mean, you take what you can get when you're behind bars.
Rome and all that.
Yeah. Can we hear him again singing?
Yeah.
Again, I mean, how about I Believe I Can Fly or something?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many songs you could have sang.
This feels like a call
Yeah,
to action.
that's what I'm saying.
Action.
They're all like, oh, well, looks like R. Kelly's looking to get fucked.
I mean, his heart's telling him no, but his body's quivering for us, boys.
Yeah.
You just see the Aryan Brotherhood like looking out, just like a little misty-eyed.
It's like being like, oops, I dropped the soap only in R. Kelly's form. You know what I mean? Like just spreading them open.
I dropped it.
Yeah.
I'll drop the soap in front of you.
What's the closet song he's got?
Trapped in the closet.
Yeah, now he's out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of the closet.
Start singing that next.
That thing was... I remember when those would drop like new TV shows on MTV, you know, like
the new
I
videos.
get home at 4:00 to watch Out of the Closet, Trapped in the Closet ×5 or something, or Part 5 or whatever.
I used to love when new videos dropped.
It was fun.
Meaningless. Did you just end the show? We're about to anyway.
No.
What was that? That was scary.
It was the fiery sounds of the
Something's
show
going on with
ending.
the TriCaster.
Oh, okay. Well, R. Kelly is in prison, and what happened was he is teaching fellow inmates to sing.
Sure.
And that's what he says. And he's comforting them with the songs because they are lonely and in deep sorrow.
How deep?
Deep sorrow is what he calls his asshole.
Okay, sorry. I jumped the gun on that one, sorry.
No, you're fine. Please, you're allowed to make this.
He knows how to make him hit that high note, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My body.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck for him to have to hit those notes though with his mouth full.
That's He's getting that embouchure. Or whatever.
Maybe I guess I don't know. He seems to want to be more of the dominant.
Who knows in prison though? You don't really get to decide that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Your role is chosen for you. I do believe.
Yeah, I don't think you get to come in and just start bossing people around sexually.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they tell you.
Yeah, it's either. I mean, unless you can kind of command that sort of thing. I don't think R. Kelly's doing that though.
No, I don't think he's the kind of guy that's going to come in and hit somebody.
Gayle King made him cry.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's probably getting sexed up pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's a predator.
Exactly.
And they don't like that.
They don't like that.
But he's got the celebrity status, so they're like, well, if he sings to us.
I think that makes it worse. But maybe R. Kelly, is so talented to the community, if you will, that he is gets a little pass in that regard.
I think you're right. I think they give him some slack.
They're like, man, fucking, what's the fresh and hot out the kitchen, the Ignition remix edition?
Yeah.
They're probably like, that shit rules.
Yeah, they're like, we like him. Well, I think we got to go. Dude, honestly, thank you so much for coming in. This was a blast.
Dude, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Go out and see Josh this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dallas Comedy Club. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can buy tickets to all the shows. August, I got Omaha, Des Moines, Boston. Got a whole bunch in September, so come on out.
And then where can we find your show?
The Josh Potter Show is on YouTube. Every Wednesday it comes out. And I also do a program for Your Mom's House. If you're a Your Mom's House podcast fan, I do a wrap-up show for them every Wednesday. It comes out on Thursday. It's live Wednesday for members of the YouTube channel. Thursday, it's available for replay for everybody else.
Awesome. And I will be in Tampa this weekend if you want to come by and say hello. And then I'll be at the Addison Improv August 21st. Oh, and Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Detroit, August 8th through 10. Come out to the shows.
Nice. Oh, by the way, my podcast is moving to the Comedy Store Studios.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Just for you, man.
Brand new news. So I'm excited about that.
Very nice. I didn't know they had studios.
Yeah, in the basement.
Oh, really?
Where all the ghosts are.
Oh, they have a basement because it was, what was it, Ciro's, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was back when they put basements and things.
Yes, indeed.
In L.A.
Yeah, that's one of the few basements.
Yeah, there's very few because of the earthquakes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. I think it's rad.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you guys very much for tuning in. We will be back next week. I don't know who'll be here, but we'll have some fun people. I promise you that. I hope you have an enchanting weekend. And, try to be nice to one another. And don't hurt the Hebrew national. Dog.